Rajo, and your team as well. I have been waiting like 1.5 hours for my presentation. I think time is running out from you guys. I try to focus on my time so fast. So today we're going to talk about the artificial intelligence journalism and the 7G journalism and how the fourth industrial revolution technologies will impact on the media sector. So we are in AI journalism for research and forecasting. We are a think tank based in UAE. We are forecasting and design future of human adapting to the machines and media sector and other stuff. So if we talk about artificial intelligence journalism research for forecasting, as a think tank, it has been established like 2 years ago. And we are focusing in, we consider ourselves a global leading organization in researching, forecasting, and shaping the future of AI and human technology. For my paper today, we're going to talk about the AI journalism, 7G journalism, how the future of the media after the AI technologies. A simple brief about myself, Professor Mohamed Abdulzaher, I'm academic and artificial intelligence pioneer and CEO of AI journalism think tank. I have been a journalist like 20 years with BBC, with Reuters, with FT, with UN as well. I have very strong background with communication and government and other. Also, I have a very background of AI and in media as well. So today I start with how the media is upgrading, how the media is developing according to the media, according to the industrial revolutions. If I will summarize all the previous industrial revolutions in one word, and accordingly I will tell you how the media upgraded or developed with that. So if I will describe the first industrial revolution, I will say mechanization. Second, I'll say electricization. Third, I'll say digitization. And fourth, I'll say robotization. So this is one word. Each one is described how the industrial revolution will go. So according to media and the industrial revolution tools or technology or whatever we can call, there is a common features well shared between all the industrial revolution from 1 till 4 and future of the fifth industrial revolution. So the first common pillar or can say feature is human and communication. Every industrial revolution came to enhance and support the communication between human in that period. Also, the common feature is machine and tools, how the machine create new tools to give more power of human communication. Third feature pillar in that issue as well, the interaction and communication of how the machine and human has interaction, and it will facilitate the communication between human and tools. Fourth thing is opportunity and solutions. How fifth industrial revolution, second, third, they give us opportunities for growth, opportunities for communicate, opportunities for human. So a quick view about the first industrial revolution. If I say it's a commercial revolution, and it creates kind of mechanism, process, and manufacturing. And this first industrial revolution helps media to get more push for printing newspaper. The daily current, it was be the first daily international newspaper. It has been issued 1702 as the first British daily newspaper. So this was in the first industrial revolution. Also, media industry and the first industrial revolution has many newspapers start to publish, has many of famous names and famous media people who has a significant effect on the media at the time. After that, if I'll check to the second industrial revolution, it usually dated between 1970 and 1840, although many of tools and many of innovation has been raised in that time. So the second industrial revolution has a very good impact on the media. Once we can see telephone, once we can see infograph, once we can see other tools which increased number of newspaper, increased number of short-term or short waves radio station as well. So this is the first, and also printing has a good impact in color printed after the second industrial revolution. So if we go to the third industrial revolution, that we are still leaving some of its features and tools as well. Third industrial revolution helps a lot in make a revolution in media. We saw TV, we saw computer, we saw satellite, we saw internet, and also the raising of online journalism and social media and applications. This is a really big revolution in media adapted to the third industrial revolution. After the third industrial revolution, we still live in some features of the third industrial revolution. We can have a look about the fourth industrial revolution. Fourth industrial revolution, we can say the godfather of this revolution, Professor Klaus Schwab, who gave a very brief and very deep definition about the fourth industrial revolution, has been posed since World Economic Forum founder Schwab, and it mainly focused on artificial intelligence, big data technologies, reports, 3D printing, and other technology. Just it has really impact now in our life as well. So Schwab he said that the fourth industrial revolution has four features. One is the physical technologies. Second is digital technology. Third is biological technology, and fourth is the third or three technologies only. And if we start to the physical, we say physical, something we can touch, something we can see, like 3D printing, like drones, like advanced reports. This is the physical technology that's part of the technology of fourth industrial revolution. Also about the digital technology, that Bitcoin, big data, blockchain, any technology, or we can say the software technology, this is the part of digital technology. Also the biological technology, anything related to our life, to human, related to scientific stuff, solution that help people to in health and illness and other stuff. This is a brief about the fourth and third and second and first industrial revolution, and how media growing, how media is adapting to each one. Now, if we are shaping the future of human, and we talking a little bit about HER, the fifth industrial revolution, which I called it human robot revolution. So HER.
Can you please full screen your PowerPoint? It is hard to read.
Oh, okay, okay, sure. For the fifth industrial revolution, yeah, mainly we can summarize it as where the human and machines can live and work together. So there's 4 features I see in the 5th industrial revolution. One of them is collaboration. Second is co-designing. Third is engagement. Fourth is prioritizing the human mindset. So collaboration between human and machine, co-designing the future and our life between human and machine, engagement between human and machine, and the both human and machine will prioritize the human mindset, so give the man a position again instead of AI technologies. So like Davis last year, they say humans, the 5th industrial revolution, they said just one phrase that humans and machine will dance together. It means collaborate, engagement, and co-designing. So if we will summarize the 5th or the industrial revolutions in one word, as I said before, first is mechanization, water power, steam power. Second is mass production and electricity. And third, computer and automation. Fourth, cyber physical systems. And fifth is physical, also, like we say, cooperation between human and machines. So what happened to media during the 4th and 5th industrial revolutions? What I can say is in the last industrial revolutions, 4th and 5th and 4th, all the communication elements has new, not only new changes, but completely changed from one rule to integrate to circle rules, like the channel, sender, receiver, content or message. Each element of this communication process is doing many rules. So the channel could be a robot, and a robot can be a sender, he can be a receiver, he can be a tool of feedback on the content of media, as we see now in most of international media depends on these tools. So the media industry and all elements of communication process have evolved from the single true stage of the sender, then for the integrative rule between sender and receiver, or we can see the audience, then to three-dimensional rule of sender, period, and audience, and the internet or the medium or the channel between all the senders. Then the continuously integrative and circular rule, we said that circular rule, where all elements of the communication process from the sender, audience, channel, and feedback of all media content presented, all media elements will play one rule. So we can see the sender who can play the audience rule. We can see the channel where can play the feedback rule. We can say the feedback rule who will play the sender and audience rule at the same time. So the media elements or the media communication process elements has a significant rules as a circle in the communication process. So we already talking about this one. So third, what is the artificial intelligence journalism, and what are the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution that the media world can rely on? So as I present the meaning on my book last 2 years in the artificial intelligence journalism book, AI journalism means the new media revolution, whereas the media depends on the technology of fourth industrial revolution, such as artificial intelligence, technology, blockchain, big data analysis, report, 3D printing, Internet of Things, and many more. So if we, I have been asked many questions. One of them is, could it believe that the world relies on a high intelligent infrastructure, faster communication network, robots everywhere smart cameras and remote sensors and other stuff, and we still think about the traditional media? Of course, no. We have to replace that period of media, the traditional one, with the smart new media that I call it's artificial intelligence journalism. So as a concept, it refers to instruction of pillar revolution, the new media revolution, fourth industrial. It depends on all technologies of the fourth industrial revolution. So in the AI journalism period, all news broadcast is completely managed without human. Just human will be behind the scene. The report contacts the event, which is filmed using the last video and audio transmission technology. Like report also will monitor studios, will monitor all tools, present the content to the main target audience for the media. So there is 5 main features that can define the artificial intelligence journalism. One of them, unlimited speed in media industry and changes. Second, new technologies will play new rules. Third, a merging of the elements of the communication process. Fourth is reducing gatekeeper rules. Of course, I'll explain each one. Fifth one is media companies, I say in the traditional way, will be disappeared. So first, I'll talk about unlimited speed in media industry and change. If we have a look about how media has been changed according to the industrial revolution, if we check about printing, radio, TV, satellite, internet, there is a big gap between each element of this innovation, all this upgrading in media period. I mean, if we say when people start to use printing, then after like 40, 50 years start to use radio, after that like more than 40, 60 years start to use TV, then satellite, then internet. So there is a huge gap between the media tools and the previous industrial revolution. But in the fourth and fifth industrial revolution, there is small gap, fast, upgraded, fast, new technologies is relying on. Like online journalism, people start to use it like 15 years ago. Suddenly, after like less than 5 years, social media came. After social media, mobile journalism applications came. So just 2 years, or after that 2 years, robot journalism started. After that, AI journalism. So there is a small period of gap between those media features in the fourth industrial revolution. So new technologies to play new, yes. In the AI journalism, there is many new tools will shaping AI journalism in the fourth industrial revolution, like mobile devices, high-speed satellite internet, cloud computing, big data analysis, and advanced location technologies, advanced human-machine, IoF platforms, smart sensors. This is all new technologies the fourth industrial revolution has created, and media can play, can adapt with these technologies to deliver the content to the target audience. So if we have a look about IoT, Internet of Things platform will have a huge impact on the growth of AI. It will support and provide continuously fast connection between various media tools as cameras, studios, computer, also a human. Big data analysis will also be added, a huge different or huge change in the media, especially if we see like PwC expected data traffic levels will grow by 22.3% until 2020, which will reach more than 380 trillion megabytes after 2 years. So all of big data of news, we can use a big data analysis in creating news, creating reports, creating a huge content reaching to our audience through mass communication. So this is this is like analyzing of how many data people using globally. So of course, all of you knows about this one. So this is describe how big data we have every minute in internet. Blockchain news, the new concept I have created about how we use the blockchain in media. How to put some numbers, and this is all that Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they're using robot and AI to reach to the target audience to present some of cloud computing. Of course, this is a very big, there is a very good also tools or technologies we can use from the fourth industrial revolution, especially in media, who they can rely on save data, they can rely on exchange some data, online other stuff, and of course this is will leave a very good impact on media in future. Yeah, one of them is augmented and reality or mixed reality technologies. Many of the marketing companies now and many of news media and company use this one now on deliver some messages and deliver some content to be more attractive, more reality to the audience. Third of the features of AI journalism, that merging or all the elements of communication process that I already present on my module of communication, the first module communication of AI journalism called Abdulzaher Artificial Intelligent Journalism module of communication. As I presented, this is where the all processing, communication processing, merging together and all played different rules. Fourth is reducing the gatekeeper rules. In our study, media study, there is a gatekeeper. We know that from last 15 years, 14 years. That's something, gatekeeper who can control the message, who can control the content reaching to the audience. But in the AI journalism, I think it will be very weak. I mean, the gatekeeper, so even its organization, even the government or whatever, will have a very few rules to play in AI journalism period, because there's ethic challenges, streaming, organization content, a lot of content is coming through, and a gatekeeper will be, I mean, has no power to control all of this. Fifth is this, the build of traditional media companies. I mean, our traditional media companies now, the huge international cross-culture, cross-borders, cross-nation media companies will reduce or will start to disappear, and will appear a new features of media adopted with the artificial intelligence journalism period. So what after AI journalism? After AI journalism, with the fifth industrial revolution, I think there will be another period called 7G journalism adapted to the 7G network. 7G journalism, I say this is beyond artificial intelligence technologies. So the fifth institution, as known by many researchers, the area which human and machine are in union, are together. The fifth industrial revolution worked to minimize the role of human mind once again, and to revive the human ethics that control, manage advanced technologies. So the 7G journalism is one new concept. It is a type of media which follow AI journalism era and will lead media revolution during the rise of fifth industrial revolution, and I expect to start in 2040. So the 7G journalism is a new era, developing, upgrading, structuring of media industry fully compatible with the technology of fifth industrial revolution, and it will case to exist and turn into million information center spread around the world. So we'll find global citizen microchip ID, no passport, no borders, one global ID, one global record for human talents. And this will help a lot the 7G journalism to contribute. So 7G journalism, a fifth industrial revolution beyond artificial intelligence technologies. So we will, as I said, it's a new era of media will rely on individual contributors and direct communication between people. So the strong rule of media, or the traditional media now, will be disappeared. So people will play all the roles in the media processing in the 7G journalism, because we will have the microchip, we will have the tool, we will have the network, we will have the content. So people will play a very strong role in media comparing to recently. So there's 4 features that define the 7G journalism concept. One of them, 7G journalism will help to erase anonymous media organization to play a significant role in the media. In the 7G journalism era, the sender will be non-access from the elements of the communication process, no sender at all. 7G journalism relies on the technology of the 7G network, where it can cover anything, anywhere in the globe. 7G journalism had the capability of forecasting. The media will forecast the news before it happens. So this is the end, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And it is time for questions for anybody who wants to ask or clarify about any topic.
Thank you, Professor Mohamed, for your presentation.
Yeah.
Is anyone having questions?
Yes, I have one question.
Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you very much for your interesting topic, and I would like to ask regarding the augmented and virtual reality you mentioned, as it is my research area. Can I have some examples or idea in your field that they are using augmented reality or virtual reality you mentioned?
Yeah, if you have seen, first of all, if you have seen Bloomberg TV, if you have seen Al Arabiya News TV, they have used the augmented realities for presenting some stories. Once, especially in a deep report about, like, I saw that myself. One of them is about the weapons in the wallet, how is the expense, how the people buying the weapon in the wallet, and they get some augmented realities features and videos and present in the screen. So some of TVs already use this one. If we have checked the marketing as well, many of museums, many of tourism companies, they use the glasses and the augmented realities and mixed reality to describe some places to attract tourists from all over the world. So this is already exit from like 3 years now, they're using in marketing and media as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Thanks.